Have you ever had your side chick become your stepmom? I met Valentina at a hotel bar during a work conference in Miami. She was 31, Brazilian, with this laugh that made everyone turn around. I was 24, fresh out of college, working my first real job at an investment firm. We both knew it was wrong. I had a girlfriend back home, and she mentioned being in a complicated situation. But 3 tequilas in, we stopped caring about complications. For 6 months, we met whenever I traveled for work. She'd fly to whatever city I was in, always paying cash, never leaving traces. She knew about my girlfriend Rachel, even gave me advice about her. "You're too young to be so serious," she'd say, tracing circles on my chest. "Live a little before you settle down." Then Rachel found out. Not about Valentina specifically, but she saw hotel charges that didn't match my reported locations. The breakup was brutal. Rachel told everyone I was a cheater, which was fair. My reputation at work tanked. Even my dad called to say he was disappointed in me. I tried reaching Valentina after, but her number was disconnected. No Instagram, no WhatsApp, nothing. She'd vanished like she'd never existed. I convinced myself it was for the best and threw myself into work, trying to rebuild my reputation. 8 months later, Dad called with news. "I met someone," he said, sounding happier than he'd been since Mom died 5 years ago. "Her name's Val. She's wonderful, Ricardo. I think you'll really like her." I was genuinely happy for him. Dad had been lonely since Mom's cancer took her. He deserved love again. He kept talking about Val for weeks, how she made him laugh, how she loved his terrible cooking, how she understood his grief because she'd lost someone too. "I want you to meet her," he said one Saturday. "Dinner at the house, 7 o'clock, dress nice." I brought flowers and a bottle of wine, prepared to charm whoever had made my dad smile again. I heard that laugh before I saw her. That specific laugh that used to echo in hotel rooms across the country. The wine bottle shattered on the porch. Valentina stood in my childhood home's doorway, wearing my mother's apron, her hand on my father's shoulder. Her face went white, then red, then white again, but she recovered faster than me. "You must be Ricardo," she said, extending her hand like we'd never met. "Your father talks about you constantly." I stood there, glass and wine everywhere, unable to speak. Dad rushed to get a broom, apologizing for startling me. While he was gone, Valentina whispered, "Please, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know he was your father." Dinner was torture. Dad kept asking why I was so quiet. Valentina filled the silence with stories about her fake job at an art gallery, her fake dead husband, her fake everything. When Dad mentioned she'd moved to town 8 months ago, right after she'd ghosted me, I nearly choked on my steak. "Val's been through so much," Dad said, reaching for her hand, "but she says I make her feel alive again." After dinner, Dad went to get dessert. Valentina cornered me in the hallway. "I love him," she said desperately. "This is real. What we had wasn't." "You're 31, I hissed. "He's 58. Age doesn't matter when you find your person," she said. "Besides, you had Rachel. You were never leaving her for me." "That's not the point. The point is, I make him happy. Happier than he's been since your mom died. Are you really going to take that away?" 2 months later, they got married. I was the best man. I stood there watching my former mistress become my stepmother, promising to love my father until death. Rachel was there too. Dad invited her because he still thought of her as family. She caught the bouquet. The universe has a sick sense of humor. The wedding photos are displayed all over Dad's house now. There's one where Valentina and I are hugging, labeled Val and her son. Every family gathering, she calls me son with this twisted smile. Last week, she asked if I could help her move some boxes, just the two of us. While we were alone, she said, "You know, your dad takes afternoon naps now, long ones. I'm moving to Seattle next month. Dad thinks it's for a job opportunity. Valentina knows better. She sent me a text yesterday. Running away again? I thought you'd learn to live a little." I deleted it and blocked her number. Then Dad called to say Val was pregnant. "You're going to be a big brother," he said, crying with joy. "She's given me a second chance at everything." I congratulated him and booked my flight. Some complications you don't come back from.